How's it, everybody? It's your boy Benjamin G. Ditsile, and I'm with
Israel S. Ditsile.
and you are watching the AmaZulu Football Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, share with friends and loved ones, and please click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we drop. Now, as you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about Swallows versus AmaZulu, Cape Town City versus Cape Town Spurs, and Polokwane City versus Royal AM. But we're going to start off with our matchup for tonight, Swallows versus AmaZulu.
Yeah. Well, for me, obviously, knowing that I take likeness to Coach Steve Kompela, I already see Swallows winning this one. AmaZulu, one reason they play with aggression, always aggression. And I must say, ever since the new coach, I really haven't seen a change of style of play in AmaZulu. So, yeah, I see Morocco Swallows taking this one. If not, then it's a 1-1 draw. But yeah, Swallows taking it 2-1.
2-1. What do you think about Coach Steve Kompela's, presence, in Morocco Swallows, the experience that he brings to the team?
Listen, it's definitely a level up for Morocco Swallows. Coach Steve is for many times we have said that he's that one matured coach, that he brings this different taste to South African football with all his experience, And for me, I feel like him taking along players like Andy Lejali, which for me, I feel like he should have taken more players from Downs, Bawasatlaling, but, it shows what kind of quality he wants for Swallows. Sound people who just don't play football, but they read football,
Yeah.
So for now, I feel like, the brotherhood there is growing. It's just sad that I haven't been watching Morocco Swallows' games as much as I thought I'd love to, but yeah, for me, I'm loving the energy at Swallows.
A lot of people are saying football has evolved, football is changing. Do you think coaches like Steve Kompela are still relevant to the game?
Too much. I've been saying for most of the times that teams right now like to play this formation 3-4-3 or 4-3-3. And again, I haven't been watching Swallows' games. I'm not sure about the formation that they play. But for me, his style of play, sometimes we need that old, good football. Let's not try to be technical and,
vintage.
Yeah. Otherwise, sort of a little tonally keep Chiefs here, because we don't know how to play that kind of football. Not every team. I actually said it in my one again. It should be Man City Downs for now, guys, playing that type of football.
Because that's how Kaizer Chiefs equalized during the week against Kukuna. Sangara just playing the ball.
Exactly.
Exactly. I think, this type of football that, these teams are trying to introduce into the game. First of all, you need the players for that. Number two, you need the mentality for that.
For sure.
Because some players you like, but don't you practice? Because
exactly.
Go practicing, you're going to receive the ball, come around. So why are you now panicking? Because we cannot say that every team is good at pressing.
No, guys. You guys get paid too much for you guys to mess up such simple play, But anyway, like you're saying, you need players like that. Like, I'm surprised right now Mkhulisi is still at Sundowns. Such talent.
Yes.
He's not even on the bench. Not playing. So it's one of the transfers I thought Coach Steve would make.
Wow.
The addition to Swallows.
Wow. Yeah. Well, me personally, I honestly love Coach Steve Kompela, the personality that he brings, and you can already see Morocco Swallows, there's a brotherhood about their team already, because before he's a good coach, he's a good human. And for me, it was unfortunate that when he was, coaching Kaizer Chiefs, for me, he was just unlucky. He couldn't win anything with Kaizer Chiefs. But you could see the style of play that they were playing. I honestly enjoyed the type of football that Kaizer Chiefs was playing. Unfortunately, they could not win games, But for me, Coach Steve Kompela, I think Swallows, did a good job by getting him, especially because they want to start competing again. You can hear the chairman, he has a vision. So I think Coach Steve Kompela is the right person to do so, against a very aggressive side, I think you mentioned that. AmaZulu. For me, AmaZulu has never been the same ever since Benny McCarthy left. I think Benny McCarthy is also one coach that brought brotherhood. And you got scared when you were watching AmaZulu play. Not just because Gibana was Shaka and stuff, but then on the field, they did the job. You know, they had people like Luvuyo Memela and Bo Mulenga, you know, all these players that knew the minute they got onto the pitch, we are here to win. You know, Benny McCarthy brought the winning mentality to AmaZulu. Ever since he left, for me, I think he left with that mentality. AmaZulu has just not been the same. You know, they're not competing anymore. I think there was a time AmaZulu came second on the log, if I'm not mistaken. You know, when Benny McCarthy was coaching the team, you know, they had a mindset of winning. They had a mindset of dominating, you know, and they would get angry when things are not going their way. And I mean the positive type of anger, not this one here, they're always fighting. You know, they have been criticized for fighting a lot. But this anger of saying, we're not going to accept a loss, or we're not going to accept a draw. And they would always, you know, do their best to win the game. So it's going to be a tough matchup. But yeah, I see Coach Steve's Moroka Swallows just getting there and winning the game. I'm going to say 1-0 to Moroka Swallows.
Yeah, but just to add a bit, not only on Coach Benny, but also remember his technical staff, Manip Josephs.
Wow.
You know, that brotherhood that was promoted. Now he's also gone. And that other coach, he's at Richards Bay. You know, so they were the ones influencing that brotherhood. So I'm just saying it's not about the coach alone individually. So, you know, that technical team that he brings as well. Once they see that, the players, they get to gel and create that brotherhood as well. But yeah.
That's great. Where's Siyabonga Nomvete now, coach?
I think development AmaZulu.
Yeah, no, a lot has happened to AmaZulu. I don't think they'll ever get back to where they used to be.
No. The enthusiasm, the chairman. You know, he used to be on the ground there, every game singing and chanting, you know, with the players, sing along with the fans, and now he no longer does that. So one asks themselves, where's that spirit now? You know? But yeah.
Yeah, no. So what did you say? Soros is winning it by
2-1.
2-1. I say 1-0. Okay, one goal margin from the both of us. Moving on to the next game, the Cape Town Derby, or should I say Derby? Cape Town City versus Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah, so far these two teams very disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Oh yeah.
I'm really disappointed, especially both of them. Cape Town Spurs, really, I had my hopes high. Seeing them challenge, you know, in the NFD, I thought they were going to bring the storm. I thought they were coming with heat, but then somehow, somewhere, you know, 7 games into the league, 0 points. It's really not a good start for Coach Sean Bartlett. But I don't see them getting any better. The fact that they have 2 experienced defenders, Daniels and Ali, but still they can't do all the work, you know. So imagine if you are conceding and not being able to score. Like, what are you guys doing? Where's the balance here? You know, I don't see Radio Bane anymore. I don't know if he's injured or back at Orlando Pirates since he was on loan. But you guys, you're not working on the finished touches. So you're like, if you're not going to score, but you're still conceding a lot of goals, then what is this team doing in the PSL?
Wow.
Like, what is it doing?
Yeah, no. You spoke about their recruitment.
Yeah, their recruitment, I mean, one should have done better. Really, they should have done better. I mean, probably they don't have the financial capacity, but I mean, you look at Biliat right now, he's not playing football. You know, I mean, just try and scoop him up. Maybe you spoke of Giftum Dupa as well. You know, try to scoop these guys up. Maybe something can happen.
Yeah, through that, you know. I always say this: the team that got you into the PSL is not the team that's going to keep you in the PSL. Definitely. Sharp, you made it, but this is the big leagues. The PSL is the DSTV Premiership is a different monster. You need players that will be able to, you know, keep you there. I mean, for me, one player they could have gotten is people like George Mandulek. You know, I don't think he's also playing AmaZulu. Such a great player, and he has a champion spirit and a champion mentality. There are so many players that they could have bought, but they couldn't. It's fine. We move on from Cape Town Spurs. For me, the less said about Cape Town Spurs, the better. Let's go to Cape Town City. Eric Tinkler, for me, the worst start in his career to a season. I mean, he's one of the coaches that I love so dearly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have a soft spot for Coach Tinkler, but
wow.
Yeah, the start at Cape Town City is very, very unattractive.
Yo, it's ridiculous.
The transfer window, I don't know, guys.
Worked against them. We don't know, Eric, Coach Eric. Maybe we'll have time to interview you. But if maybe you are feeling sad about letting go of so many players, because I know at the end of the day, it's not the coach's decision to let players go. True. I think a coach would love to have all the ammunition he needs. I mean, Tanzania leaving, Phillies has left over the season. Not this season, they lost Ralani. And who else did they lose?
Who else?
They were on the verge of losing Kanyisa Mayo. They lost Craig Martin. So I don't know, Coach. If you send us a signal if you need help, we will maybe we'll know what to do. But for me, Cape Town City is not a team that should be selling players where players should be saying things like, I want to further my career or I want to better my career.
No. That is fertile ground. Cape Town City should be making these players' careers blow up.
Yeah, for me, I think it'll be out.
But anyway, what's your scoreline for tonight? Well, tomorrow.
Cape Town City vs Cape Town Spurs. I think Cape Town City's experience is going to play a very huge role in this. Looking at Cape Town Spurs, they are missing way too many opportunities. I think Cape Town City is going to win it. I think 1-0 as well, if not 2-0, but I'll stick to my 1-0 prediction.
And it's so disappointing that you're naming that kind of scoreline, because we expect Cape Town City to dominate, guys, Wow. Should be a scoreline 5-0.
Wow.
But
through that,
because of the level where they're at right now, you're just like, they can squeeze it. They can squeeze it in. But imagine 1-0, 2-0. You're not expecting them to score more than 3 goals
they just won't.
Against a team that has 0 points right now, 7 games into the league.
And for me, they still have good players. Kanyisa Mayo, Ambina. There's this other player, Makopele, man.
Gomez.
I think that's him. Yeah. Mugege,
the transfer window, man, they haven't used it to the fullest of their capacity.
Through that, the one they didn't buy well.
Yeah.
They didn't buy well. So
yeah, for me, I think same scoreline, 1-0. Disappointingly so, 1-0. Yeah, what more can we say? 1-0. It's sad that we are mentioning this about a Cape Town derby. From two teams, I mean, if you could compare them, the one from the NFD showed fire. They showed why they wanted to be here. Then this season, I mean, it's a Friday. I'm missing my Maritzburg play. But where's my Maritzburg today, Yeah. So don't make us miss my Maritzburg. It's there for a reason. Come and do your utmost best.
We always used to say Chiba United deserves to be relegated. The only reason why they're not relegated yet is because of teams like Maritzburg, maybe Ubarumo Gallants. They're saving them, they're keeping them in the league so they can play playoffs. Now you can clearly see that, Cape Town Spurs might give them the opportunity to survive. But even besides that, we need to give credit to Chiba United because they are playing some good football at the moment. TD Jakes is doing a great job. Mr. Morgan Mamil is doing a great job. But Chiba United is a story for another day. Take us to the next game.
Next game is Polokwane City against Royal AM. How do you see that one panning out?
Royal AM disappointing as well from their first season when they came in. Beating the likes of Kaizer Chiefs 4-0, also giving Mamelodi Sundowns problems. They were doing great. They were doing great. There was a time I think they almost played the CAF or the Confederation Cup.
Sure.
They were a force to be reckoned with, and I respected them so much. You would see every game this hype of showing Mamkeys at the stadium being so happy. Sometimes I get head top or I on the pitch, coach, stuff like that. But Real AM rather used to be a beautiful team to watch.
Do you think that coaching saga got them to this situation? Because after John Maduga left, coming back, they've never recovered.
Listen, I think for me, what happens off the pitch is killing Rally AM. And that's what I'm going to say about Rally AM.
And that's why maybe Bonsani decided.
Yeah, no, Bonsani Vele had to leave. Who else? And they also still have good players. You know, Meyiwa. I don't know why they released Mabena to Orlando Pirates, and Mabena went to the team that we're going to talk about that's playing against Rally AM. Is who have far, man? Who Chakalaka is happening. But you know, Rally AM used to be very scary. Bopotsani, Victor Letswalo, these teams are selling, and Joe, the minute they sell, when are they gonna learn? Try to keep the players.
Try to keep the players and beef up the next season.
Yeah.
Beef up the next
If
season.
you're gonna sell Letswalo, you better get somebody. Like give Mutuba, right? like get a proper striker, man.
Become a billiard.
Wow.
He's not playing at Kaizer Chiefs. You might as well.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
But anyway, moving on to Polokwane. The other contenders from NFD, they came in and wow, Polokwane knows how to play football.
Beautiful team. Letono Siema, coach, I have to salute you. When he went to Celtics, when it was still, you know, when it was about to leave us, they were playing some beautiful football. And I think that's why Mamelodi Sundowns saw the likes of Neo Mahema. Rally M has Palan, you know, with the left foot. Like, Letono Siema just knows football. Coach, once again, I salute you, sir. Polokwane City, rather. A very beautiful team to watch. Nothing I can say about them. I love their right back. I can't pronounce his name proper. The number 2. I love Abolis. You know,
Abolis is a great player.
Yeah, no. Listen, oh my God, that boy. I'm seeing Mamelodi Sundowns signing. Not now, 2 seasons from now. But I know Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, they don't have an eye for players that are really, really dangerous.
I'm a Sundown supporter, but please, downstream. And the players di vele nagonyana ya blossom mabila.
Yeah, over 2-3 years.
Yeah. You know, like Lefetso Tsela batho ba Mendieta, and they are not having the best of their football
yet.
Yeah. But anyway. But anyway, so Chairman Yapolwane, when he was being interviewed last season by Fetsowina, the last game, he was like, Polokwane is back to stay forever. For when the signings that have made already and seeing them how they play, do you think they'll even last 10 years?
I'm not sure about 10 years, but they look intentional. I know this season they might really stay because of Cape Town Spurs.
Of course.
And I think they're going to win more games. I'm not sure about 10 years. We'll see, because after this season, they need to sign. After the next season, they need to sign. The way they sign will show us, you're right. The type of players that they recruit, you know, will show us if they're here to stay.
I mean, even if they'll survive the season.
Yes, bro, because it's tough, Joe.
Right?
Hey, DSTV Premiership, Gabon is tough, bro.
Yeah.
That's very tough. They have cheaper, you know.
Like, that's the thing. I'm thinking of the survival, and
it's difficult to see it.
Yeah.
Because Swallows are not going back to Swallows self struggle.
No. Once Sikukune United might be with class, but they won't allow themselves to get relegated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Richards Bay. Richards Bay, Cape Town Spurs this season. I think one will be playing playoffs, and then one will be relegated proper.
This breaks my heart, ladies and gentlemen, because I watch the NFD. Personally, I would love for JDR Stars to come on Mara. Kiluza hope Lewana support the next gym.
Which is now the Mutsipe Championship.
Yeah, Bafana was social. Okay. But anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We'll talk about teams that could be relegated actually. Soon we'll talk about that. Please look out for that video, teams that could be relegated this season. But you comment down below which teams you think will be relegated this season, and then you send your score predictions on which team you think will win. Swallows versus AmaZulu, Cape Town City versus Cape Town Spurs, Polokwane City versus Royal AM. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share with friends and loved ones. And please don't forget to click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we drop from us, the AmaZulu Football Show, as well.